사실은 I want you to know you're not the only one. Call me wherever you want, just keep me entertained. Blame it on my ADHD. I can't focus on you lately. I want you to know you haven't been on my mind. You gotta keep trying, 이러다 놓잖아. Blame it on my ADHD. Did you say you wanna date me? 나 생각보다 그렇게 착하지 않아. 너뿐이라고 거짓말한 건 미안해. I really didn't know how fucked up I am. Honestly, I probably shouldn't live with you. 나 생각보다 그렇게 착하지 않아. 너뿐이라고 거짓말한 건 미안해. I really didn't know how fucked up I am. Honestly, I probably shouldn't live with you. I shouldn't live with you. I shouldn't live with you. 요즘에 우리 연락이 뜸해졌어. Funny how we both don't wanna get by. 우리 아무 사이도 아닌데 네 사진 보고 있는 내 모습이 한심해. 나조차도 못 본 척할래. Don't let these captions try to play. 너 진짜 모르니 내 맘 갖고 놀지마. 재미없어. 사실은 말야 난 널 기다리고 있어. 하루 종일 온통 baby I want you. 상처받을까봐 널 잃을까봐. Sorry I want to but I can't give my all. 나 생각보다 그렇게 착하지 않아. 너뿐이라고 거짓말한 건 미안해. I really didn't know how fucked up I am. Honestly I probably shouldn't deal with you. 나 생각보다 그렇게 착하지 않아. 너뿐이라고 거짓말한 건 미안해. I really didn't know how fucked up I am. Honestly, I probably shouldn't live with you. I shouldn't live with you. I shouldn't live with you. Hey, hey, hey.
All right, good morning and welcome back to MessyMocha. I'm Teddy. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't see the voice ring, so let's do a sound check. Can you hear me okay? I don't think so. Testing. It's a buzz. I don't want the buzz. It's buzzing. Okay. Let's try All right, so the buzzing noise is gone, but I don't know if you can hear me. Let's see if I pull up my mic a little bit closer. Now I think you can hear me, but I shouldn't have to pull it up that close. So let me do one more thing in my studio. The settings. Testing 1, 2, 3. Let's see, we've reduced the background. Turn up the mic a little bit more so I don't have to lean into it. All right, so how's that? You're good. Okay. You know what? Going between all of these various mics and setup for night talk and between that and station head, yeah. All right. So I'm working on a system that will, just, it's going to take some time, but I'm working out the kinks. You're good? All right. So a few of you are in the chat this morning. I'm live right now on Facebook and here on YouTube. If you missed it last night, I played from a video. Um, I did to listen to the sound of a voice. This was sent to me and asked that I listen to it. Okay. And the video, let's see if I can get the name. If I don't have the name of it, it's from the Stone Paxton. It's called, I believe it's called the Jaguar Wright Meltdown, something like that. You can go to his YouTube channel. Okay. And I said I keep an open mind, listen to it, see if there's, anything to this. There might be. But I did ask some questions, and it was around the particular individual that came up on the platform. Her name was or is Divine Justice. So I asked if she had a YouTube channel. I asked how long she'd been around and why now. How is she involved with Jaguar Wright? Why was Jaguar Wright? I think she alleged after listening to a portion of the video that Jaguar Wright was either attacking her or could be, that she at least would be a target. But why? But why? That's always the question. Why, if someone knows? Just that simple question. Why would someone who goes by the avatar name of Divine Justice be Jaguar's target? Why would she have been invited? She said she was invited by Stone Paxton to come on to his channel. It seems like maybe in support of his story, just about Jaguar Wright. But close to the end, almost to the end of the video, Divine Justice said a few things, and Stone Paxton started, like scratching his head. Like, if you're not here because basically if you're in support of her, because this is what Divine Justice was saying, I don't have a problem with Jaguar Wright. And then on the other hand, there was a small problem with Jaguar Wright. And that seemed to be a contradiction. So in the end, Divine, I don't know if Stone Paxton dropped her from the chat or if she just, dropped herself from the chat. Right? That's not the really the biggest issue for me. It's just all right. Where was this video that is alleged to have been played on Jaguar Wright's channel? I haven't looked through her channel, so I don't know. Her channel, where allegedly this divine justice went on to someone's platform. I think it's Lameet. No, not Meech. It's with an L. Wha- uh, it almost sounds like. Let's see. Let's see. I'll just say she went onto someone's platform. And at that time, she was accused, her voice, to be that of Danny Robertson. Okay. I was looking at something. And it was alleged, again, this is all alleged, that Jaguar Wright must have started this narrative. Mhm. Okay. So she comes on the platform and she explains, once asked why she couldn't cam up, is that she had this discussion already with Stone Paxton and he understood why she could not cam up. All right. So, the video goes on for some time, for hours. But it was interesting to note that this Cleo person made mention of another woman who goes by the name of Grace, who apparently did something to her husband that involved the use of, let's just say, an instrument, mhm, and was alleged to have struck him with this instrument. Now, someone else who was in Stone Paxton's chat, and I could see there were many people in his chat. I was not watching live, but his would be interesting, I think, maybe to follow some of it. Okay. But there were a number of people who thought that this voice sound like Danielle, and also had some questions. Mhm. So again, was it shown on Jaguar Wright's platform? Did she play any audio from a YouTube channel that included the name of divine justice or something like that? Okay. One. Two, again, if you know, why would she come on to defend herself, not necessarily against the name? Oh, there was one other thing. Somebody said in the chat, let's get back to the chat, that at the same time Stone Paxton had this individual, this divine, on his platform, that Danielle was live on her platform. If you listen to the video,
There were multiple times, at least, I'll say at least a couple of times, that I could pick up on the video where it's this long pause and maybe she comes back. Now, don't know, but certainly a content creator could be on someone else's chat, in someone else's chat, and be running a live of a video or something at the same time. So just because someone says, well, she's live right now, well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I mean, I know for myself, I could be on Station Head, I could be on YouTube, I could be on Facebook, I could cut my mic here, I could cut my tab volume there. So that doesn't prove that she wasn't present, at least in the chat or listening in the bushes. And here's why I say listening in the bushes. So this divine asked a question when Cleo mentioned this Grace individual. The question went something like this: is she in jail now? This came from divine, because that must have, an antenna went up. She asked again, is she in jail now? All right. And then yesterday, a video would be played on members, on Danielle's members. It came up in my feed where she is actually showing the police footage. Just like when the police were sent to my home, she's playing the police footage of supposedly this Grace, somewhere at this individual's house, because her thumbnail has that of kind of a cartoonish person with an axe raised. All right. So, one, ask yourself, how did she know about that? How did she know so quickly to then get the information, pull the police report, pull the actual cam footage? I mean, got it straight away, and then post it to her YouTube channel along with a photograph of a woman in a jumpsuit. All right. Was she familiar already with this individual? Did she know her name? Is there somewhere in the video, this Stone Paxton video, because I haven't listened to it all, when Cleo was speaking about this Grace, was Grace identity known at that time? Is that Grace's real name? The way that Cleo spoke about her, it seemed to be. All right. It seemed to be because she alluded to, figuring out things. Let's just say it in that way. All right. So Danielle was obviously at some point between the time that video was created and played on Stone Paxton's platform, she had become aware of this individual and obtained within the 2 days this information to then post it. So it might be somewhere out there on other social media. I don't know. I'm talking about the identity of this Grace and, but again, this divine person asked the question, is she still in jail? Mm. And this video would come from, um, I'll say, let's see, this is April, end of April. By the way, this is the last day, April the 30th. I'll say maybe in the last 6 months. Okay. All right. So, yeah, just help me out and fill in some of the blanks so that it can, make it make sense. So I get more information to make, a judgment on it, to analyze this mess and why. Because for me, there's a few gaps in the story. It's not me. Good morning says, yes, DR and OKP doxed the Grace person a couple of weeks ago. Okay, all alleged. And DR stalked and called her repeatedly. OKP played it on his channel. All right. All right, then that makes sense. And then were they the first to have doxed this Grace individual? And was Grace ever on YouTube? Does this Grace have a YouTube channel? Did she come on to someone's platform? How did Grace get introduced to Cleo and or in this conversation to the point where, if you're correct, DR would dox her along with OKP? Did Grace say something, or she's sidekick of Jag? It sounds from the video, not when I say sidekick, familiar with Jaguar Wright, has conversation with her and in support of Jaguar Wright. All right. Vicky. Hey, Vicky. Let's fill Vicky in. You guys can help me. Says, I'm lost. Who is Grace? So Grace was described by a woman named Cleo who was on Stone Paxton. Yes, Stone Paxton, Paxton platform as being the woman who allegedly assaulted her husband using some type of instrument. Okay. She has also been described, this is by Cleo, and you can go and listen to Stone Paxton's video on his platform. I've removed, once I've listened to my station head, and I did this morning, then I removed that portion. All right. She was then described by Cleo also as having been influenced by Jaguar Wright with a story allegedly Hang on while I turn my phone down. She has been described by Cleo as being influenced by Jaguar Wright to the extent that she would be convinced by Jaguar Wright that her spouse uh, wasn't faithful. Let's just put it that way. Okay. And because of that, it would lead to an incident. Mhm. Okay. Thank you. So, Baby Juju, good morning. My moderator says, who would want Cleo to call the copy and brag about it? Yeah. Who would contact Cleo? Mm, okay. Again, you know, it's like analyze this mess, but what is the origin? How did some of this begin? And why? Okay, so Vicky, at the bottom, does this now make a little more sense? The way I tried to, recap that part of it, shaking my head. This too much la. Yes. All right. So then, whenever this Grace individual was doxxed, allegedly, why? Why was she doxxed? And by who's alleged to have doxed her? Did they cross paths? Or is it because of Jaguar Right? Was she okay? So Rare Groove, I see something new. It says Jag had replaced, again all alleged, some of her new mods on her channel with this Grace individual was one of them. Then that's why I say she must have been close, must have been familiar with her. Yes. Okay. That makes sense. All right. As far as being associated with Jaguar Wright, it's not me, says it seems, allegedly, DR and Cleo all go after anyone connected to Jag. All right. So sometimes a person can be a common, you could say, adversary to two people who themselves could not be in agreement either, but they share the same adversary as well. All right. Has, just since you put that up there, has Cleo supported DR in the past or conversely? Mhm. Because certainly her telling that story and putting that out there, about her spouse, she had to be very familiar with this person, unless this Grace, why would Grace come on and talk about that? Mhm. Oh, and Rare Group, did you get a chance? You came in late um, last night at the end of our broadcast and said that you wanted to watch Stone's video, and I put up the name of the video. Have you had a chance, to go through some of it? Yes. So, all right, not too long after the video began. I can't tell you at what point, but I could go and look it up. Black Al was thrown the link after Cleo must have recognized her in the chat and then asked Stone if he could throw her the link, put the link out and ask Black Al to come up. All right. Black Al, in a nutshell, apologized to this divine because of something that she said she spread that later was a lie. And allegedly, the lie or whatever she was being spread, it seemed to be related to assuming or thinking this divine person was Danielle. If I understand, the dynamics here. All right. And Black Owl was saying, Danny's really a good person, or something like that, and full-fledged support of her now. Though at one point she said she was part of the cult, Jaguar Wright's cult, and she said it's the best thing that's ever happened to her. She's out of the cult. She was in the cult, I guess, 3 months. Okay. And while she has posted videos, I've not watched, maybe portion of, just less than a handful of her videos. The context when she talks, and that was early on when she, after left Jaguar Wright and saw the light. All right. So now she sees the light, and that Jaguar Wright wasn't the individual that she should have joined the cult. And when asked by, I believe it was either Stone or Meech, asked Black Owl when she came onto the platform, I think it was Meech. Well, yes. Well, how did it basically happen? Why were you attracted to Jaguar Wright? Why do people follow her? What, how does it all happen? So her answer went something like this: that she thought Jaguar Wright could help people. Like she maybe was helping other women, or yeah, something like that. And it attracted her. So she thought that was basically a good cause. All right. And then she asked the question back to Meech, and he went on to explain. And then she further, asked him questions about his relationship or dealings, or, that kind of thing with Jaguar Wright, so instantly, in my opinion, couldn't, really say more about her involvement with Jaguar Wright. I think someone has mentioned, and I have listened to one of the Black Owl's videos where she was being pressed on what she knew about Jaguar Wright. And over, people were asking her questions in the chat. This was early on. And she would say, make it rain, make it rain. Like, I will tell you, of this. And so people make it rain, ask question, and she still didn't really answer the question. She still doesn't answer, not really, if she knew that much. And the reason I say that is because Stone made a comment as far as, yes, who would know more than Black Al? He could be a little unfamiliar with all of the background of people's involvement with Jaguar Wright, but he seems sincere that he's trying to get to the bottom of it. Whatever legal situation he's in, he would just like, Jaguar Wright, it seems, to be brought to justice. Okay. So he was leaning in and asking this Black Al, make it right. Yes. Well, I could do a little bit more of her voice. You got to go. I mean, I got to work on it. You got to go very low and very slow. Okay. You have to go low and loud. All right. Put 2 L's with it. You have to go low and loud. And sometimes you have to act like you don't know anything. So if she doesn't know anything, but people depend on her to know more about Jaguar Wright since she was that close in the cult. And if she's not with the, with her, then why wouldn't she want to just share more information? Why does someone have to pay her every time they want a question not answered? Or a half response? So if she doesn't, she's new, but she's not new. So that part, okay. So you need to go and listen to some of the interaction. And now this divine individual has been a sponge of being, I guess, being or having anything to do. Now, here's a contradiction I thought I heard as I was listening to part of that video. So, Divine says she didn't know early on. She wasn't familiar with Jaguar Wright. But isn't it later, some time in the video, where she's been watching her or following her for years? I'm going to have to go back and check that out because it stood out to me with Divine. Either you didn't know anything about her or you followed her for years. I've got to pull that clip. Let's see. Let's see if it's timestamped somewhere. That way you can find it for yourself. Let's see if I can go to Stone's video. Go to my history because I did watch some of it. His video. See if I can search. Should be somewhere in my history. Unless I just passed it up real quick. Wait a minute. What was that I just saw? Let me just see if I can go to his channel.
Were fooled by Jag.
All right, so it would be the video called Jagler or Jaglier without the IE. Meltdown Stone Paxton Demetrius Ship Part 2. So let's see. I don't think I'm playing it. No, I should not be playing it. So let me mute the site. Oh, I've watched her for years on YouTube. Let's see what that sounds like. Just that part. Let's see. I'm going to start the video and just see if I can go to that part. And who said this? It's at 3:01:19. 3:01:19. So let me roll it forward, get to that part. Just before. Wait a minute. I saw it. Let's see. I want to make sure. Yeah. It's at 30:27. I've watched her for years on YouTube. So that was another snippet of something that had to do with years. So 30:27. Let's see who's speaking. at 3027. Just before then. So I'm muted.
Wait, oh, okay. That's what's going on. Okay, you fucked up.
I watched her for years on YouTube, guys, do this to so many different people.
All right. So Divine says she's watched her for years do this to so many people. Now, I believe it's before then. I'd have to go back and see who she is referencing that she doesn't know. Is this Grace? Who is the individual that she made a reference to? Baby Juju says Divine LLC. Yeah, that it's kind of interesting. Divine 911 Divine. Miss Tobert has her businesses begin with Divine. You know that Divine. Okay, that's that would be called like an anomaly, maybe. Yes, but she says this divine person has been watching Jaguar Wright, following her, watching her for years. Now, we know that Jaguar Wright has been on YouTube since 2020. At least that's what I know. When she first came. And that would be when she sat down with Storm Monroe for her interview. Okay, late 2020. So that would be for years. So then Divine has been around for years too. All right. Whether or not she's, it's a coincidence that her voice, the voice that I heard, it was very similar to Daniel's voice. I mean, without a doubt, there was um, undeniable similarity. Yes, it was. All right. Now, the other thing um, with Divine, she couldn't make herself, she had to remain an avatar. Now, if there is a YouTube channel with Divine not being an avatar, then why the hidden factor? Now, if you know what I'm saying. If divine, this divine justice, if she has shown herself, people know who she is, at least on YouTube. That's why I'm asking if she has a YouTube channel. Then why can't she go live with Stone? All right. Then she's got in touch with Stone. They communicated, it seems, via some type of email or DM. All right. And then at the end of the video, well, she wasn't as her advice or things that she said or whatever, her contribution to the 4-hour live uh, really wasn't what it seemed or it was going to be at the beginning. Okay. Baby Juju said she had, that is key, had to remain an avatar. Mhm. Rare Group says At It's Not Me, yes, she usurps her way to Black content creators panels wanting more knowledge about Jag. Cleo was on a robot's chat at first. Yes, we find that some of these people move around, don't they? Vicky, I think you understand maybe a little bit more saying, and this is hearsay. I did hear on Stationhead that Divine said she was, you know what? So I don't want to say her condition. So we'll, or whatever she was dealing with. So we'll just say something that, and she did say it, this divine person said that she had some type of incident. I will call it some type of medical incident. I don't know. I'm not her doctor. I don't have her records. I don't know if it's true or not, but this is what she said. And she related it to the reason why her voice would have changed. Mhm. Okay. Rare Groove says since 2013. And if someone discloses their medical record or discloses a specific medical condition, mhm, and says it, for millions of people to know about, that's not a HIPAA violation. It's when, for example, someone has access to someone's medical records just in, and then discloses, you know, information such as, yeah, okay. But back to this, It's Not Me says exactly. Uh, let's just read it silent. Let's see. Give me some water. It's Not Me says something about if there is a divine YouTube channel, then she should have someone on her channel, uh, talking about, yeah, she did say she had a procedure that would make her sound like DR, right? It's not impossible. First of all, I want to say this before. It's not impossible in this world to find someone who may sound similar to another individual. Yes, that's possible. That is possible. All right. This divine person, whoever she is, if she has, no real reason not to, um, if challenge come forward and, speak out about it, her not being this individual, if that's the case, there might be a video out there. Mhm. That's possible too. There may be a YouTube channel out there where, I mean, it can absolutely, at least a conclusion would be drawn. Well, you know what? If a video is out there where this divine person comes forward and denounces that she is this individual, does that prove she's not that individual? Not necessarily. It just proves that she came forward and said she's not this person with, her face in the video. Okay. Mhm. Yes. So I'm not saying that that is indeed the person. I want to make sure that I came, back this morning and at least acknowledge that. Is it plausible? Yes. Uh, what is Divine's dog in the fight? Who is this Divine? Okay. Oh, Rare Groove says, let's see, we've got a link. The person on Stone's channel at It's Not Me. Oh, you've researched her channel. So she has a channel. Okay. And all right, you can send the link to me on email. Can you send me an email? That would be appreciated. So at least we could just dispel any notion. Yeah. Debunk anyone saying that if she is or isn't. So now Baby Juju's saying there are 2 Divine channels. So they are asking a question. Sorry. There is 2 Divine Justice channel. I don't know. Send me the link. Send me the name. Because she should sound the same way she sound on Stone Paxton's channel. This Divine person. Because she said she doesn't sound like her now. And Black Owl chimed right in. No, you don't sound, oh, I got to be a little bit louder. No, you don't sound anything like her. You have to have a low voice and you have to be extremely loud. Even when the mic is turned down, it just comes right through and it stands out. Yes. Low and loud. And you have to shake your head up and down too, but you can't see this over and over. Constantly. So she was shaking her head up and down, when Divine was talking nonstop in agreement with her, I think, that's just, I think part of it. Her, some people speak loudly with their body, language. When they're listening, she's just shaking her head up and down, up and down, up and down. It's nonstop. And she's given that look. Yeah. And she said she did apologize to her for spreading that lie. Whatever that was. So she was convinced at that time. So that was back in whenever this video came out. Was it January when she was on the platform? Wait a minute. Rare Group says, will do, Teddy, but caution, she throws spells. Now, remember, Just real quick, when Nosy Old Life said Monique Tolbert was looking at her with her eyes, and she said, "I'm a witch too." I know one when I see one. Um, I don't know if people are casting spells or not. I don't know. But yeah, because I don't read the spell books and I don't know how to cast a spell. All right. Yeah, some people speak with their hands. Mm. Oh, all right. So all right. So Rare Groove, who has listened to, says, she don't sound like the robot. DEA sounds more similar. Oh, I definitely think Daniel Elizabeth sounds similar to D for Danielle. Okay. Let's see. Yes, in all realness, we pray the Holy Spirit covers Teddy and the mob. In Jesus' name, amen. Mhm. But it's just it's notable. We can say that. It's notable that this person appears and she's been in videos and she said this and that. All right. So we've got a channel. I haven't looked at my email. Let's see. Let's play a song. It is MessyMocha on a Wednesday. I've been on just an hour. Okay. Let's see if I can. Why isn't it clicking on? Is this instrument? No, it's vocal.
날 바라볼 때마다 조금씩 커져가는 love. You have no idea. I wouldn't change anything 이대로 시간을 돌린대도 여기 이곳으로 너만을 향한 날 고다 내게 달려가 꼭 안아줄 거야 오늘은 말할게 I love you till the end It's more than just a feeling 이렇게 말해줘 Oh yeah, yeah. I've been waiting for your love 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 이 마음이 너에게 닿기를 I am here for you I am all for you 나의 손을 잡아 나를 바라봐 변하지 않아 널 향한 내 맘 It's more than just a feeling 이렇게 말해줘
All right. So I have checked my email, and yeah, someone wrote to say Danielle got booted off uh, Stone's platform. I don't know if she got the boot, Divine, if it was if he dropped her, if she dropped herself after Meech, you know, said a few things back and forth. But this person, Divine, during that part that I've listened to, she remained, at least her composure was very just, like, all right, you know, peace, love, and soul uh, to Jaguar, right? Let's just, let's love everyone, which there's nothing wrong with that. And let's, forgive. Uh, I don't have any problem at the end. This is what she was saying about Jaguar Wright. And then Stone basically questioned, well, then why are you on this platform? Why are you here? Why are you here? You start off one way and you listen for 4 hours. King World came on. You've been sitting up here for 4 hours. And in the beginning, she said some things, but then was silent for a long period of time. Is it possible somebody else was live on their channel? I don't know. How convenient. Baby Juju says peace, love, and soul glow. She did say soul glow in the beginning of the video when Divine came on. Not too long after, she was making, injected a comment, and so glow, so glow. Yes. Did someone say, okay, maybe she's an interesting person? I don't know. But if it's out, I mean, if the cat is out of the bag, I mean, about Divine, she's some separate person. She would, make a video. Yeah, if she was on, uh, Stone Paxton's platform, she can talk about it. Yes, she likes to throw breadcrumbs. That's exactly what I picked up on. Could this person, Divine, be throwing a breadcrumb? You know, she also quotes. Now, I haven't heard the entire video. Uh, she also quotes Rare Group says, "So let me be clear." In one of her videos. Now, if suddenly, let's say this in advance, if suddenly wherever these videos are start disappearing, then she's listening or somebody, just scrub. If I mean, if there's something to one of these videos or whatever, as prove they're different, separate people or the same, I don't know. Junebug says, I did replay last night. I have so many questions. Please, Junebug, throw out one or two. Throw out one or two. We are headed to the 12 o'clock hour, which is kind of where I thought we would wrap things up, the morning broadcast. Maybe you have a different question. Please. Mhm. Let's see. I'm looking at an email. Okay. Oh, maybe another anomaly? Something about a Bible passage. Well, I'd have to go to it to see if it is indeed the case. Definitely before I quote any Bible passage. King James Version, Psalms 94. O Lord God, to whom vengeance. Let me just go to that one. Belongeth, uh, O God, to whom vengeance belongeth. Show thyself. Vengeance. So Divine is interested in Christianity and quoting scriptures as well. A lot of people quote scriptures, but vengeance, that one's interesting. I know, but I'll have to take a look. All comments and opinions of the chat are allegedly. Uh, there was one pickup that Stone was very strong about. He said he's a Buddhist, I believe, and he doesn't like when people play around with spirituality. And I think he was referring to, Jaguar Wright as one, and then anyone else who, dabbles and plays around with it. Yeah. That really rubs him the wrong way. hmm hmm Yes. Okay. So Rare Groove says, just be careful, Teddy, because she mixes esoteric practices with Bible quotes. Yeah, be careful. hmm That's why I had to look it up for myself. She's not going to put no root on me. I'm not worried about these people. Not at all. Can a person practice magic and all of that? Sure. I think absolutely. Yes. So I'm not one for playing with it. Oh, uh so Rare Groove says, right, Teddy, but I think he was talking to Divine. So maybe both. And and it would be shortly thereafter that she dropped. And I think he was speaking to her directly too, about the whole some things that she was saying in the latter part of the video. Yes. Yes. Mhm. And oh, you know, it, there's an interesting part or back and forth during that video with the Black Owl, Magic, and some other person on the platform. Was that Al? Was that Al and Cleo going at it? Rare Groove? Or was it some other woman who jumped on the live? Who challenged? Yes. Now, so there was a woman who challenged Black Owl on the platform. Let me see if I can remember what it was about. Like she played. like she was playing in her face. And it was then that I think Black Owl took her wings and flew away. Do owls fly? Or we're going to have to get an owl sound. Like a head swivel with an owl, looked left and right and disappeared. Oh, okay. It was OG Patrice. I knew there was someone else. That's not the same person as uh let's keep all these people straight on the panel. Cleo, Miss Cleo. No. So let's see. Because that was a rather interesting that was a good spat at it, a good back and forth exchange. Yes. I will have to listen to that one again because yeah, a black owl. No. No, OG, don't don't lie on me. Whatever she said. Whatever. Oh, you believe that they can fly? Oh, Picky. Oh, all right. So we're gonna find out, can owls fly beside sit up in a tree and hoot? Can owls fly? Of course they can. uh, the unbelievable flight of a barn owl. They do have wings. That's what I said. They can fly. I thought they could fly. So she took her owl wings and flew. She flew away from OG Patrice. Okay, I don't trust any of them. There is something entertaining about it. Divine Cleo is the names. And the black owl. Something number. What is this? I gotta catch up with all of this because there is a lot of material. Yes. Black Owl made a thumbnail of OG. Okay. Is she supposed to be the expert on Jaguar? Because she was in the cult and she left the cult. No, she didn't. I definitely missed that one. It was late. Rare Groove says, and then Miss Let It Rain went on Kimmy's late or last night, last live. So it was at some time, whenever that live was, maybe yesterday, and ranted about OGP. She did. She used to come to the Bear Cave under that name. I've seen a lot of, I can tell if sometimes when people come in, if they're a troll or they just visiting or, everyone is welcome so long as you remain respectful. So Why were they butting heads? Okay, she did a live. Oh, yes, a different. That's what I thought. A different OG has made her presence known here in the Bear Cave. Always respectfully. Okay, 3 minutes till, and I think it's time to say goodbye. Biggest bear hugs go out to the Grizzlies and the Honey Bears. If you care to join me later, I plan to come back sometime this evening for Night Talk. Yeah. Analyze this mess because someone has to say it. Okay. Not the same. All right. That's it. Email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. And remember to hit the like on your way out. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Have a great Wednesday.
She's fun, unapologetic and wild. Oh, she's loud in bed or nuts, always crazy about guys. 사람들은 모두 그녀를 몰라, and that is fine. She doesn't mind. Get to know her, babe, then you can hate. Her dress is tight, fits just right. She's so fierce with her style. She talks that talk and walks that walk in her high heels with pride. 손가락질 받는 게 익숙한 girl, 예쁜 여자, 쉬운 여자. Get to know her, babe, 깜짝 놀랄걸. Yeah. Samantha, Samantha, 그녀가 정말 원하는 건 Samantha, Samantha, just to be loved, 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 that is all, is all. 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워. 사랑한다고 말하긴 참 어려워. Samantha, Samantha, she's got a sweet, sweet heart after all. She's got a sweet, sweet heart after all. 급사랑에 푹 빠져버린 것 같아. Blue eyes, yeah. Hang on, honey, there's more. I love you, but I love me more. Oh, that's what she said once. Oh, she's raw, whiskey는 어디로 튈지 몰라. 사람들은 그녀가 모습만 봐, and that's fine. She doesn't mind. Get to know her, babe, then you can hate. Oh, can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you smile. Can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you shine. Samantha, Samantha, 내가 정말 원하는 건 Samantha, Samantha, just to be loved, 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 that is all, is all. 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워. 사랑한다고 말하긴 참 어려워. Samantha, Samantha, she's got a sweet, sweet heart after all. Can't help it but fall in love. Can't help it but fall in love. Can't help it but fall in love. 눈물마저 사랑스러워. 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워. 사랑이라면 다친데도 괜찮아. Samantha, Samantha, she's got a sweet, sweet heart after all. She's got a sweet, sweet heart after all.